Hey there guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So like the everyday consumer, I love a lot of the products that have been released lately. However, I feel like there's a lot that have just gone under the radar. Either when they were released, there wasn't a huge buzz going on, there wasn't a lot of marketing going around the products, and they just kind of flew under the radar, or I just haven't seen anyone really talk about them since they were launched. And I really wanted to highlight a couple products, especially from the previous year, that were my favorite underrated products. And like a lot of people, when these were released, I didn't talk much about them on my channel because not a lot of people were, but I feel like these products are so amazing that they deserve a spotlight. They deserve a whole dedicated video for them. So that is what I'm gonna be sharing with you guys today. Let me know in the comments down below what some of your favorite underrated products are. I love finding out the scoop, find out new innovative products that have not been really hyped up yet, flying under the radar. And while you guys are at it, make sure you guys go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date for all my latest uploads. First up, I have the Korres Greek Yogurt Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. This one I kind of don't blame for being put underneath the radar because at the same time this was released, so was the First Aid Beauty Coconut Priming Moisturizer, and I feel like a lot of people were comparing the two and evidently went more towards the First Aid Beauty one because it was less expensive. This one I believe is around $30, so it is a more pricier product versus the Glossier Priming Moisturizer and the First Aid Beauty one, which are very similar, I think. However, I feel like this is more of a moisturizer in a way. For my drier skin people, you can definitely use this as a primer and a moisturizer, or you can layer a primer on top of it. But my oily skin people, using this alone as your moisturizer and primer is great. It's definitely a thicker consistency than the Smashbox Primerizer, which you guys know I love, but I have ran out of it, and that thing is $42 freaking dollars, and I don't want to go buy a new bottle of it. So I've been using this one that's been in my collection for a while, and I really love it. I love the entire Greek yogurt line from Korres because I feel like it's really geared towards sensitivity, redness, and irritation in the skin. So it helps not only moisturize the skin, but also to help calm any irritation that you have going on. So I think if you're using a priming moisturizer, you just want more skincare benefits out of them, I think this is a great one to use as an alternative. Another primer that I have is more geared towards oilier skin. I've actually talked about this before on my channel and my Blur Stick dupe video. It is the Sephora Beauty Amplifier Mattifying H2O Gel Primer. Now this one is strictly for my oily skin girls. If you are like the slightest dry to normal, even just combo I would not probably recommend because it is so mattifying. It is a gel formulation, so a lot of people tend to think, oh, it's probably like the professional gel from Benefit, but it actually dries to almost a powdery finish. It's weird. Like, my hand will not like budge and move it easily after it dries down. It stays in place. It does blur all your pores, all your fine lines, so if you are wanting to get more of a liquid kind of blur stick formula going on, this is a great product to go for. I will leave a link for the video I'm talking about up here where I go more in depth with it and I talk more about the product. I even try it out for you guys. But this product, I feel like not only is it overlooked, but Sephora collection entirely is really overlooked a lot of the time because they do have some great products, hit and misses in there, but I think this is definitely one of their hits. I would definitely pick this up if you are struggling, especially going into a warmer climate, struggling with oiliness and blurring your pores as well, but you don't like the powdery finish of the Blur Stick. This is a better one to go for, and I feel like you actually grips to your foundation so you can get a longer wear out of it. So this foundation I've noticed this trend. A lot of these products were released at the same time as a product that's very similar to them. So this is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. This was released around the same time as the YSL All Hours and the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. Both foundations that I love and adore, and I feel like this one is so similar to them as well that I understand why it probably flew underneath the radar. In general, I don't feel like Bobbi Brown markets their products really heavily, and they don't really go all out on social media, at least to my knowledge. I might be completely wrong, but when you're competing with YSL and NARS, two heavy hitters like that, this one is gonna fly underneath the radar. Especially I feel like when you're working with a similar silicone-based foundation, it's full coverage, it blurs all your pores, it gives you that natural matte finish. So it's going to make you look flawless, it's going to fill in every little fine line, but it's also going to help to stay on for a long time as well. It still looks like your skin, it doesn't look too cakey either, so if you are a fan of the YSL and the NARS one, I think this is a great one to go for. This one, it comes around the same price as the NARS one, I believe. If I was to pick which one I like more, obviously I like the NARS one more, but that's just because I don't have a perfect shade in the Bobbi Brown one, so if you're around my similar shade range, you might have trouble with it, but as far as your more medium to darker skin tone tones, there is a beautiful range, and I think that if you can find your shade in this foundation, definitely check it out for sure. I also have a First Aid Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. This, I feel like a lot of people compare it to their coconut water tinted foundation. I think that one is much more thinner in its texture. It's very similar to the Skin Tint from Glossier. But this one is more like your traditional tinted moisturizer. It's very similar to Dr. Jar, NARS, all those very low coverage tinted moisturizers. You're not going to get the IT Cosmetics CC cream coverage out of this one. But the reason that I like it so much, and I wish more people knew about it, was because this is actually a really great tinted moisturizer for oilier skin types. There's not many on the market that are more natural looking. A lot of the ones that are for oilier skin types are straight up matte. And when I'm getting a tinted moisturizer, I feel like having straight matte finish just looks really weird. I'm talking about like the IT Cosmetics CC cream. Laura Mercier oil free, it's barely there, so I really don't even want to count that one in the conclusion. But this one is really great because it gives you that natural finish, so it looks a lot like your skin. It just gives you a bit more coverage. So if I was to rate like Glossier Skin Tint, this is going to be right up here, and then you're going to have the IT Cosmetics CC cream. I hope that's like in the right order. But either way, it's kind of in the middle of the two, so you're going to get that really natural finish. I use my fingers to blend it into my skin, but just work it in there. It's also going to be great if you have very sensitive skin as well too, so it's going to help to prevent that redness and also help to really recover that irritation that you're having going on. Quickly, I want to talk about something from the drugstore. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Contour. These I feel like have been out for a hot minute. I picked this up last year though for the first time because I was between getting my NYX Bondi Bay and my Milk makeup bronzer, and I didn't really want to fork out the money to get one, and I found this one at the drugstore, and to my knowledge this is like one of the few, if not the only, drugstore cream bronzer, and I feel like a lot of people might be intimidated by this because it is in a cushion compact. However, I'll just take my fingers or brush, which using my fingers is probably not the most sanitary thing, and then draw it on and then blend it out with a beauty blender. It does come with a sponge, but I feel like that's just really messy unless you're doing all over body application. That's the only time I would use that. Other than that, this is a really beautiful natural looking contour. It's really thin in its texture, so it's not going to be too heavy if you want to wear it by itself. And also, the color of it is not too orange, is what I'm really impressed with. It has a soft kind of olive tint to it, so if you have your more yellow olive skin tones, this is gonna be perfect for you. I still think your neutral and pink tones can use this because it is so light, but I like the fact that it doesn't lean too orange, so fair skin people can still use it. I will say that it has a kind of soft luminous finish to it, like it's almost satiny. There's no micro glitter or micro specks in it that cause that. I just think it's the fact that it's a liquid formula and it's very creamy that it gives that effect. However, I definitely would continue to use this. The only downside about this is that it's in a cushion, so you don't know how much you have left in it until you run out, but luckily it is Wet n Wild, so it is hella affordable, so you don't have to worry about it. This is one of my favorite products in my entire collection. It's just so beautiful on the skin, and I try to share my wealth and knowledge of this product with anybody I meet because it's sincerely underrated. Like, more people need to know about this and stop playing. It is the Anastasia Liquid Glow Highlighters. I don't understand why so many people don't talk about this. This is probably one of the most gorgeous glass-like highlighters at Sephora. And the fact that it's a liquid, it means you don't need a lot of product. Just look at that shine. Are you kidding me? This is the shade Perla, and it's so gorgeous. It's a very soft gold, so it's not too gold where if you have fair skin, you can't wear it. I would say it's probably similar to the Hourglass Gold Flash Vanish Stick or whatever it's called, and the coloring, but it's just so beautiful, and you can even mix this in with your foundation. You can wear it underneath foundation, on top, whichever. I like just dab a little bit on the high points of my cheeks, and then I'll set it with a powder on top of that. And after this dries and you put a powder highlighter on top of it, girl, you are going to be seen like from NASA in space. It is so glowy. It looks absolutely gorgeous. If I'm wanting to do a very glam, very dewy look, this is definitely a product I reach for. I think the fact that it has that minimum base color that allows that effect to it, so I highly recommend. There are 3 other shades, so I definitely would recommend checking them out and seeing which one fits your skin tone. So this powder, I have hyped this powder up, I think all of last year. Ever since I fell in love with it, I have talked about this powder. So if you haven't picked it up yet, where have you been? I just go to Sephora, pause the video, go to Sephora, get this, and then come back and finish watching the video. Because this is the most amazing powder in the entire world. I don't even think I even said what it is. It's the Lancome Long Time No Shine Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. This one, again, was a product that was not really marketed when it came out. I feel like I heard no one talk about it. It just kind of fell out and Lancome just released it and that was the end of it. But for a beautiful under eye setting powder, this is amazing. It's the tits. I love it even for setting my face. And I don't typically use loose powders to set my entire face because I just don't like the convenience of it. But this was a really great one. I feel like I can use underneath my eyes, all over my face. And if you have an oily T-zone, this is absolutely stunning to help keep your foundation on a lot longer. I've noticed like on Tuesdays, for instance, I am gone from 10 to 10 and I am just constantly moving. I'm underneath different lights. I'm going outside. I'm experiencing different types of climates. So this is one powder that I feel like was really put to the test for me and it really withstood the longevity that it claims. Hands down, I love it so much. I feel like dry skin people, you may not like it because it doesn't have any reflex to it. It really is mattifying, but it's very thin in its texture. It's very slippery and very, what's the word? It's very finely milled. That's the word I'm thinking of. So I feel like you could wear it, especially underneath your eyes, but for over your face, I probably wouldn't because it's not going to do you any good, especially if you have flaky skin. I wouldn't recommend. I have one eyeshadow to talk about. I know. I don't talk enough about eyeshadows on here, I think. I don't even wear eyeshadow that much anymore, let's be real, which fair enough if you don't really want to hear someone who doesn't wear eyeshadow talk about eyeshadows. I digress. If you ever see me like not wearing eyeshadow like today, it's because I have class and I don't feel like putting on a full face for that. But this one I quickly want to mention because sometimes when I am running to class or I'm just running errands and I want to have something on my eyes, this is a really cool product to use. It's the CoverFX Shimmer Veil. I guess they're just shimmer veils. I got to use this as eyeshadow. I think they're a great dupe, even better than the Glossier eye tints, whatever they're called. The eyeshadows that they came out with a couple years ago or last year, I don't know when. The one that's on Beyonce, and it looks like it's in a test tube. These blend like a dream. They stay on for just as long, and I don't feel like I get crackiness on my lids if I layer it up. I did take an Instagram photo last year with this on and it looked absolutely stunning. I will insert a picture right here for you guys, but I just love the shade Amethyst. It's the most beautiful purple I have, and I know that Glossier has one that's purple and it's not nearly as pretty as this one is. Oh my god. I really like liquid shadows. I feel like they're often dissed within the beauty community because a lot of people just don't want to put up the hassle with them. But I think if you really take the time and are thoughtful with your precision with it, I feel like they look really beautiful and it's just a simple kind of one shadow and done look. So last of the products I had to talk about are lips. And this first one, I don't know when this was released, but I haven't heard a single freaking soul talk about it, and I'm distraught by that because, oh my god, you guys, it's the best find I think I've ever found at a drugstore, Ulta, whatever you want to call it. It is the Catrice Tinted Lip Glow, and y'all, it is the exact same thing as the Dior Lip Glow, and that Dior Lip Glow is like $36 freaking, and this was $4. Are you kidding me? And no one's talking about this because I feel like everybody's raving about lip glows right now because the lip balms, that sheer lip, it's coming back, it's coming into trend. Why is no one talking about this? Why? They have this shade, which is like your light pink, like the original Dior show, and then they also have a red, I believe. It does the same exact thing. If anything, it probably is more moisturizing. I love the color of it. It actually will turn pink quicker than the Dior one does. So there you go, right there. I absolutely recommend it. And I feel like if you were to wear this every day and you go through it quickly, you're not hurting your wallet as bad as you would be if you bought the Dior one. Speaking of Dior, they came out with 2 liquid lipsticks last year, and I feel like they only promoted one of them. I only ever seen like other influencers talk about the one that looks like a lipstick tube. I have one with me. Hold on. I actually have one in my collection, and I absolutely hate it. I don't like the formula of these. I don't think they're good. They look like this, and I feel like just the formula is really sticky. I don't know why, but they also came out with these liquid lipsticks. This is the Rouge Dior Liquid, and the liquid lipstick formula is amazing. For starters, I love the doe foot applicator of this. One of the best ones I've ever seen. It has the traditional shape of a doe foot applicator, but there's a divot in it, so you get a ton of product on there. You don't feel like you had the double dip, and it just goes on so opaque in its color. I love these. They stain your lips a little bit as well. They don't feel too matte where they're gonna crack off my lips. Very, very comfortable, very creamy on the lips, very moisturizing. I would recommend these wholeheartedly if you're wanting a liquid lipstick that stays on for a long time, but it's also creamy in its texture. It's a lot more luxurious than a lot of other liquid lipsticks, I think. Probably very similar to the Sephora lip creams, but I do think that these stay on a lot longer and I don't get the butthole lip. These, however, from Dior, just ignore these, please, for the love of God. But these are the ones you want to get, the skinnier ones. These are absolutely gorgeous. Last product I want to talk about are these amazing lipsticks from the drugstore, and I feel like no one talks about them except for Alana Davison, me, and Mariah. I haven't heard a single other soul on YouTube mention these, and they need more recognition. These are the L'Oreal Color Riche Shine lipsticks. These are probably my favorite sheer lipsticks to come from the drugstore. I don't know many that are on the market in the drugstore, so for L'Oreal to release so many shades of these, I had to pick up some. These are so pretty, I think, going into spring. If you want just a sheer bright color on the lips, these are absolutely gorgeous. You have a wide range, and then they leave the most beautiful shine as well. A lot of times when I've worn these, people actually think I have like a clear lip gloss on top of the lipstick, but it's just the lipstick itself, and they're actually super moisturizing. Like, they don't just say, oh, we're a shiny lipstick and we're gonna moisturize your lips, but they actually feel like a lip balm. I feel like I'm actually getting hydration on my lips throughout the whole day while also getting a beautiful sheer color. So that has been my video for you today, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please, again, let me know in the comments down below what some of your favorite underrated products are. Also, shout out real quick, follow me on all my social media because I have a ton of new products and updates coming for you guys. I'm really excited about all the stuff that I'm going to launch for my channel and for a lot of my other social media platforms. I'm launching a ton of products with my best friend Hannah, so go check her channels out as well. We have a ton of projects coming up for you guys, and I cannot wait for you guys to see them. It's going to change everything, I feel like. So I hope you guys are excited. More details to come soon on that. Make sure you follow all my social media to keep updated on that. Also, while you're at it, make sure you guys go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe for future videos. Also hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date for all my latest uploads. And that is about it for me today, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. And if it's not great, I hope it gets better. And I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye.